Grounded 2 worth it? Is it worth purchasing right now as it stands as it is? Well, let's talk about it. For one thing, first of all, what is Grounded 2? Is it any different than the first Grounded? I'm going to answer that question. I'm going to talk about any like bugs, glitches, things that are happening within the game, as it is an early access game. That is something common that we need to discuss with it. We're going to be discussing basic mechanics like base building. So let's get into it. The first thing I want to talk about is the crafting system, which is why I came up here. The crafting system is pretty much the same as the first game, right? You gather materials and you make weapons, armor, that kind of stuff. So I'm just kind of scrolling through a lot of the stuff that's available in the game right now. I obviously don't have all of the stuff to make all of the armor on me. Everything is pretty much very similar to the first game except for a few minor details, one of which is your multi-tool, which I'm going to come in here and show you guys what that's about. The Omni tool does not take up space in the backpack, which is one of the major benefits of it. One of the first quests you get is to get the first tier of each one, except for the Omni wrench, but you will get that shortly after anyway. In order to move on, you have to have the shovel, the axe, and the hammer unlocked. You get the axe right away, because when you exit the starting area and you come to this ranger station, you pick it up right here. That is the axe. So how it works is I'm going to open up my inventory. I do not have an Omni tool in my inventory at all right now. I do not have one in here. You can see no tools. I have some weapons. Let me go ahead and sort to make things easier for you guys. The ones that are attached to my hotbar have numbers over them. These black squares with the white numbers on them. Those ones are attached to my tool belt there. So
let's see.
Wrong button. But you can also keep creatures as well, just like in the first one. But how it works is you walk up to something that you want to, like the piece of grass. See, it says chop. So I'm gonna go ahead and chop it. And then the Omni tool automatically pops out and lets you do the thing. And that is the same with every single one of the Omni tools. The repair one and the wrench is the repair tool, and the hammer, all of those. So that is how the Omni tools work. Now another thing that I want to point out is, just like in the first game, you can analyze things. There are some things that you do not need to analyze in this game, like mushrooms cannot be analyzed in this. Usually food, generally, except for rotten food. So I just analyzed that because that has not been analyzed yet in my inventory for this playthrough. But food and other things cannot be analyzed. You can have a dew catcher.
Gotta hydrate to dominate.
Oh, well, I guess you're gonna look at some combat here. And what you just saw was me using the blistering boiler, with the red ant club to take on that. So that is what that big like shoosh thing was when I killed the larva there. So there's some combat because it came after us. All right, so this is the thing that you guys have probably came here for, the buggies. These are one of the newer additions to Grounded 2. This is the ant buggy, and there's also a spider buggy, which I do not have yet in this playthrough, but that is what you get at the end of the available content, is a spider buggy, but I do have the ant one. So one of the good things about the buggies is the inventory. So you can put items in to your buggy's inventory to carry for you. You can pet your buggy by holding F. Look how cute. Oh, he's so cute. You can tell your buggy to stay. You can send it to the nest, which I'm gonna do. And then it just disappears, and then it comes into here. This is the nest. So you can withdraw your buggy from the nest.
I like this one.
Whenever you like. You can have multiple buggies as well. But you can only withdraw one at a time. So there's really no real point in having multiple, except for when your buggy is down. Now, unless you play on Woe, which is your buggy will have permadeath on that one. If you play on medium or mild or any other setting, except for low, your buggy will just be knocked, and it'll be like, it'll take a few minutes for it to be able to be resummoned, but it will not die. In low, it will die, and you will have to go and get another one, another egg, and wait for it to hatch and do all of that good stuff. That is important to note. But another thing that your buggy can do as well, I'm going to show you. We're going to head in this direction. And there's some mites. I'll show you with the mites. Your buggy can fight for you. When you're on it, you can attack. But another thing that you can do is when you're off of it, it will also fight for you. So I'm going to show you what that looks like here as well. First, let me kill this weevil. Sorry, but I need meat. There's an infestation system, so there's a lot more bugs here than what you would start with. Okay, so I'm going to... Alright, and I'm going to let my buggy fight. Notice how he's fighting that spider. See that? He's fighting for me. I'm not even on him. He's helping me out. So that is another really cool thing about this. Is that he will fight for you. But also, something else that I wanted to mention when I got into the nest. I don't even know where it was now. There we go. There it is. There's a nest. So when you break open a nest, there'll be a spider inside, sure, but sometimes, like, there is some web fiber in this one, but sometimes there's some other stuff. I found, oh look, this one had some gnat fuzz and ladybug parts, and grub hide was in this one. So make sure you're breaking those open because you can find some stuff. Even if you're in early game, you can find some like mid-tier, like the next tier weapon supplies to make stuff with. So it is worth doing that. This game is always really great with quality of life features. So the building here, as you can see, I started a build, but I didn't really finish it. But you hit B to go to the build menu, and you have all of your stuff here. Next here, I have a bed that I can make. I'm actually going to start making that now. I'm going to place that down. So just like the first game, even if you don't have all of this stuff yet for it, you can still start it. And then I can super build, and I need rope and clay to finish it. One thing also I want to point out that's different than the original is you get 4 analyzed charges instead of 3. The original game only gave you 3. So that's pretty cool. It gives you like an extra one. I'm going to get into some of the bugs, pun intended but not intended at the same time, that are with the game. So one of the things that I've had is crashing. The game has crashed quite a few times for me. It's pretty annoying. I played both multiplayer and single player, so there are some bugs that happen in multiplayer that do not happen in single player. I have had crashing in both multiplayer and single player. I have had the quest. One of the quests is locked for me for this playthrough, which is why I have not been able to progress it. And I didn't want to start over. So I'm just waiting for them to fix it. Now they have said, I believe, that there is a fix coming within the next week. I think that they said that yesterday, so hopefully that is true, and there will be a fix coming for that particular thing. They're saying there's a big patch. They didn't say what it is patching, so hopefully it's patching that issue and I can continue my playthrough, and then I can give you another review when I finished, even just like a short or something on it. But that is, I am locked out of the next quest line until that is fixed. So that is one issue that I've had. I've had crashing. I've had the issue a lot where my backpack and my buggy, incidentally, have fallen off the map. Like, just completely out, just down below the map or out into where, like, you can't get to. And there is a fix for that. There is a workaround for that. It can be kind of annoying to use it, but I'm going to show you what that is. But that is another issue that I've had, and I've had that a lot. So game repair, and okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna hit your escape key. I want to be very specific with this because some people might not get it. Escape key, game repair, recover backpacks. And that is how you get your backpack. When you recover your backpack, I'm going to show you exactly where it spawns in. I don't have any backpacks to recover, so mine is not going to spawn in anywhere here, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you where it's going to spawn in. So go this way, and it's going to spawn in right here. Right through this tunnel here.
Are we?
It's going to spawn in literally right here, outside of this door. So that's where your backpack will go when you recover it. And you can only do that once per save. So if you have to do it multiple times per game, then you have to quit the game. You save the game, quit, go back to, you just have to go back to the main menu. You don't have to go all the way out of it. And then come back, and then you can recover your backpack again. So that's why it's kind of annoying, because sometimes you have to stop playing in order to recover it. You have to completely reset your game. So make sure you always are saving your game though, as well. Save often because of the crashing issue. And another issue that I had in multiplayer that I'm not sure if it's an issue or if it's by design, but when I played with my friend and they had a local save on their system, if you have it on your system, you will be not really affected by this, I don't think. So when you get kicked out of the game, like if your game crashes and you have to come back, they end up with both their buggy and your buggy in their wheel. Right now, there is not a known fix for that, so you have to go back and get another egg when you re-enter the game. Now, I did do that, and I put my buggy in the nest before I left the last time. So maybe it will still be mine when I come back. That's another thing I'm going to look at as well. But those are the only bugs that I've really had. Those are the only issues I've had with the game. Other than that, like it's been smooth sailing. It's worked fine. I love the changes that they've made. I love the graphics. The graphics look incredible. They look so much better than the first game. They did an incredible job with this. They will continue to patch and fix things. One of the fixes that they're also going to do is with building. So if you want to build on these, like see these mounds, that's where the dirt is like slightly raised up. Some of them are bigger, like right here. One of the things that they're working on fixing is you can't currently build where those are. That is why I built up there. So they are working on a fix for that as well, to where that isn't going to be an issue and it's not going to affect it as much. So hopefully they come up with that soon too. I forgot about that bug, so throwing that in there. Their glitch, their visual glitch where the dirt is like falling down. So that's fun. That's a nice little visual glitch right there. So they have that stuff, but this is an early access. Only Act 1 of the game is out right now, so there will be more to the game out later. They are working on patching out the glitches and all of the issues with the game. Is it worth it? I think it is if you're into early access games, if you like to see a game, how a game grows, if you liked the first game, or if you thought about playing the first game but you thought the second one looked better because you get mounts. If you're even slightly considering getting the second game, I highly recommend it. If any of the bugs that I said will turn you off of the game, I completely understand. Wait a little bit until those are all worked out. Wait until early access is over if you're not into early access, because like I said, this is an early access title. I cannot stress that enough. If you are not into early access games, if you are not into games that are not finished, then wait until it's finished to play it, because it is not finished. There are glitches, there are bugs, there are things that are going to go wrong in your playthrough if you play it right now, but it is a lot of fun and it is worth it. It just depends on who you are, what your preferences are. So you decide that for yourself based on what I've said in the video. based on what you've seen, maybe even from other content creators. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. Did I miss anything? Is there anything that you would like fixed? Is there anything you would like added to the game? Put them down in the comments. The devs are currently listening to us. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you all in the next one.